Assalamualaikum and hi guys, my name is Dr. Majal Hakim bin Abdul Hamis, and right now I'm going to explain to you about what is NPM or New Public Management. Okay, New Public Management is an approach to run the public sector. The term was first introduced by academics in the UK and Australia to describe approaches that were developed in the 1980 as part of an effort to make the public sector more business-like by using private sector management models. Generally, the NPM is used to refer to a set of contemporary administrative changes aimed at improving public sector efficiency and performance in the delivery of service. The NPM ideology assumes that the existing structure and policy of the government are the root cause of inefficiency and poor performance. Okay, after this, we're going to explain about the purposes of New Public Management that will be presented by Fatin Nur Alia.
Purpose of New Public Management. New public management have been initiated and implemented in the Malaysian public sector to transform it into an efficient, dynamic and market-driven administration. Early in 1938, the Look East policy was introduced, seeking to learn and benefit from the experiences of these two countries, Japan and South Korea, which able to tackle the global uncertainties. Based on the Japanese notion of coordinated interdependence, Malaysian Incorporated represent a new way of approaching the task of the sector has been conceived. This approach is necessary for the public and private sector to work closely, support, facilitate and supplement each other for rapid socio-economic development. In 1983, a series of mechanisms have been developed to foster collaboration between the government and private, thus facilitating the exchange of ideas and information for administrative improvement in different areas. The emphasis was on effort to rid the administration of bureaucratic practices and speed up the approval process. This eventually has led to the introduction of new application forms, for example, reduction of time taken for processing of application. A variety of changes have been introduced over the years in the form of better physical facilities. For example, office layout improved, equipment, good queuing system. Specifically, the new public management suggests changes in the process of budgeting and quality initiative that would enhance the efficiency of public bureaucracy. The value of new public management seek to promote such changes including efficiency, effectiveness, flexibility and dynamism. In short, the new public management calls for putting the customer first and making service organization compete to solve problems.
Two initiatives that have been done by our Prime Minister Tun Najib Razak. He introduced One Malaysia People First Performance Now, that later popularly known as the One Malaysia concept, to serve the purpose. Under the One Malaysia flag, he selected two principles of the achievement to ensure the life of the pupil better than today and to propel the national economy in a stable growth. He further lists three principles for the people of Malaysia to observe and internally introduce to themselves, which is acceptance among all the race and people, nationhood built upon the federal constitutional and rukun negara, and lastly, social justice. Next, he introduced a linear cabinet consists of 25 ministers compared to 50 ministers of the previous administration. He dropped 7 ministerial posts but introduced 2 new posts, which is Unity and Performance Ministry and Special Government Body, the Performance Management and Delivery Unit, iaitu Pemandu. The second initiative that had been done by Najib Tun Razak is New Economic Models. or NEM. He makes another deep change through the introduction of his controversial reform policy, the New Economical Model, in March 2010, a plan to raise the capacity of the nation and its people, and a plan to achieve Vision 2020. Under the umbrella of NEM, Najib Tun Razak produced the Economic Transformation Program, or ETP, an initiative accompanying the NEM to Malaysia into a high-income economy the year of 2020. Najib Tun Razak promised that ETP shall create 1 million jobs, calling for 131 entry point project and 60 business opportunities worth of RM 1.3 trillion, and in the long term, to create the national economic situation prepared for embarking toward a high-income economy in the next 10 years. The National Economic Council claims that Malaysia is trapped in the middle-income countries and to achieve the status of developed state by 2020. Malaysia must move up out of this middle-income trap to gain new income per capita.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. I'm Muhammad Asadil bin Muhammad Mahathir, and I'm from Group 2 of PAD 1027. I am going to talk about the related issue on NPM in Malaysia. Firstly, Pemuda taking on an increasingly prominent role in ensuring standards are maintained. This attempted to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of the public sector by improving the delivery system in several areas. It has also successfully facilitated reducing the business registration processing time by the Companies Commission of Malaysia, which is also known as CCM. However, the same cannot be said of that within rural areas of Malaysia. Technical knowledge, skills and access to IT are lacking within smaller towns, causing citizens to be incapable of accessing information and data online. Secondly, Malaysia is going through major political shifts. It is also a tremendous opportunity to substantially reform the way in which public administration performance is measured and managed. For the third one, public procurement is also a key area to be reformed, where current practices still involve negotiated contracts as opposed to open tenders. The governmental procurement framework in Malaysia is made up of these components such as the agents involved, the legal and regulatory framework, and the tender process. In fact, greater transparency in public procurement, regulation and procedures would result in better performance management at all levels of public administration and within all ministries and agencies. Hence, a clear, comprehensive and transparency policy framework governing the public procurement system should be implemented. Presently, elements of the NEP that carry on till today are unhealthy and impede on operational efficiency. The current civil service is disproportionate, with Malays forming 77% of its workforce. It is imperative to have an ethnically balanced civil service, not only to ensure equitable employment and governmental responsiveness to needs and wishes, but also to enhance the capacity and performance of the civil service itself through promoting a culture and ethos of national competitiveness. This is all I have for my part.
Next is the solution. So first and foremost is to display efforts to ensure that the public administration is awash with moral values and integrity. It is important that the upper levels of the civil service are not given special privileges, which will effectively negate any efforts of maintaining strict rules on etiquette and behavior as its lower ranks. Secondly is to measures to improve performance management include the need for substantive reform such as to make the Public Account Committee (PAC). Greater reform also requires that the Official Secrets Act (OSA), a dated piece of legislation used regularly by the government to keep most documents classified and hence not transparent, is repealed immediately. In order to improve accountability, efficiency, and enhance level of public administration's performance, it is necessary for transparent disclosure of most information. Thirdly, greater transparency in public procurement. Regulations and procedures will result in better performance management at all levels of public administration and within all ministries and agencies. Specifically, it is important to amend those policies that go in favor toward the Bumiputra community on employment and promotion. It should be based on meritocracy as opposed to